Yay Networks. Hello and welcome to There I Said It. I'm Georgia Alfredas with my beautiful host, Gary with the T. Of course, you know Gary from The Ricky Smiley Show. You know him from Dish Nation and many, many other things. And here's our girl, Tamara Cherie. You know her from Bell Collective on OWN. You know her from radio. You know her from all the things as well. Welcome, guys.
Hi.
Hey, Alfredas. Hey, Gary.
Hi, Tim. How are y'all on this beautiful day?
Yes.
I'm
Hi,
good.
darling.
How are you guys?
You look
Did y'all have a
good,
good
bitch. You
weekend?
working out. I don't like how Tamara, for those of you who are listening to the podcast, by the way, new episodes drop every single Wednesday. Go to wherever you get your podcast and listen or watch on YouTube. Every day, it's like Tamara comes on this show with no clothes on, trying to show out. And I'm tired of it.
That is so not true, Alfredas.
Tam said,
True.
don't hate her if you're an ox.
It's
I am
hot.
hating. I am an ox. My
Look.
clothes are getting bigger and bigger, and Tamara's are getting smaller and smaller, and I'm not having it.
And the reason is because it's hot. It reached like 100 degrees here yesterday. Like, it's hot here.
Girl, I'm in Texas. 100 ain't nothing.
Thank
Okay,
you.
You know
please.
what? You can have it. You guys can have all the hot weather, all the 100 degrees. Like, it is burning up here. And then it's that dry heat.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's like here in Atlanta. Atlanta is nice, girl. It's hot, but it's not hot like that where you can't go outside or where we preparing for hell. Or none
That's
of
what
that
my
stuff.
pastor said. He was like, if you like this weather, then you ready for hell.
And
So
Oh,
not
yes,
at
you're
all.
preparing.
Like,
Yeah.
it's the type of weather where you do not want to go outside. Seriously.
you can't go outside, even in the pool.
No.
You can't do nothing. I'm like, no. My kids
can't
like,
ride in a
Mom, it's the
convertible?
last week of school. No.
No.
I don't care. I don't care.
With the
And
Air
Gary,
Max.
exactly. Gary, I know you have a Jeep. Do you have that bikini top, the bimini?
no, yeah, but she ain't open.
It's still
bitch.
too hot.
No, ma'am. I don't even open the sunroof, honey. So I'm like, it's hot, but you know, girl, I know.
Because my son has the Ford Bronco. You know that new Ford Bronco that has
Yeah.
kind of like the Jeep? He has like that little top that, you know, you can take it off, but then you can still have the top down. You buy the extra thing, so you're just covered at the top. I had to ride with him over the weekend. I was like, are you insane? Are you
Yeah.
crazy? The air was
Damn,
going full blast, and I still felt like I was in hell.
Tam
So,
got a
no.
convertible, but honey, I mean, do you ride with your top down?
Absolutely not. You can't right now. Like, absolutely not.
So that means you
want
can't be
the
a
air-
white woman and let your hair blow?
No, you want the air on. Max. Max.
You might be
No
a white woman
convertible
once you
right now.
Yes, you might be a white woman once you step in, but by the time you get out, you're gonna be burnt to a crisp.
Okay.
So yeah, no. So y'all, we got to talk about all the goings ons. First off, what do y'all think about Atlanta housewife or former alum Kim Zolciak and Croy?
They
Bierman?
full of
do,
shit.
do you think it's fake? Do you think that was
I
for a
don't know if it's
storyline?
Gary.
But are they trying to get a storyline, or what are they trying to do, girl? Because they stand in the damn news and they're not getting paid for it. But I heard they were on again, off again, on again, off again, stuff. I don't know. It's too much, honey.
Were the police recently called to their home again?
I think.
I know they have been called. I know they have
They
been
have
called.
been called. Like, they've been getting into it. Then they were on. I'm like, Gary, what is it now? Are they on again or are they off again right now? The
I think
divorce
they
was
need-
on.
I
Then
know.
something happened. They're off. What's going on with them?
I think they need money. Because did y'all see that she was online selling like her daughter's Louis Vuittons and Chanel's and all the things? Yeah, she was online selling them. And I'm like, look, I might do that because I'm in a different situation. But I can't see a celebrity unless, well, you know what? Kim Kardashian and them do it. Oprah has done it.
Yeah.
So I guess
But
so. I guess
we know why she's doing it, though, because we know the situation that she's going through right now. So that's why it doesn't look that well with her doing it.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
different.
Well, you saw what Kenya Moore said
Moore.
on TMZ. She was like, but just a few, I don't remember when she said it, but she was like, listen, Kim Zolciak is lying through her plastic teeth. And she was just saying, listen, she and Croy, they're doing this for a storyline, but now she switched it up. Yeah,
What?
on TMZ, she's like, no, well, you know what? I just hope everything works out for them. I wonder if going through your own drama, like Kenya's going through with her husband, who, where you remember he wouldn't let her have the baby girl on. He wanted to fight her over having their daughter on Real Housewives of Atlanta. But now that he's doing his own show, he wants to get her to sign off on having the baby girl on his show. So maybe
Really?
I think that may be giving her a little bit of empathy. Kenya Moore. I don't know. What say y'all?
Yeah, but my thing is,
Go ahead, Gary.
Kenya, these people all fighting over. That's what I don't understand about this. That's one of the things I ain't got to worry about her with no damn children. Because some people just fight over the babies and hold them as pawns. Does he want the baby that bad, or does he just want to get that baby to put her on the show so he could play like the father of the year and get him some ratings, honey? Does Kenya want to keep the baby just out of spite and not let him have the baby or see the baby and stuff? You know, I mean, it's just too
a
much.
mess.
And my thing is, I hope and pray that whatever the situation is, that Kenya and her child are not like, you know, her and her mom was. Because, you know, her mom was still there and they don't even talk. Allegedly.
I know that. I didn't know that.
Yeah, it was all on the show, honey. That's why she cried a many tears, honey, behind her and her mom's relationship. So I don't know, but it's just, I don't know. So tell me what you think.
So he has a reality show too now?
Not yet. I don't
Not
think
yet,
it's
but I
coming
think
out.
it's maybe, yeah, he's trying to get one.
That's just like, okay, let's go back to starting with Kim though. When I heard you say storyline, but I'm thinking storyline for what show? Is she
okay.
back on Real Housewives of Atlanta?
Is it a new show?
Yeah, is it something new? Like what is she doing for what? Is she trying to get on something? Because when I always hear the word storyline, I always think, I thought that's something producers give you.
Well,
You know
yeah,
what I'm
producers
saying?
give you a storyline, but you gotta come up with a situation for them to give you the storyline. Oh well, my
So you feel like
baby,
with her,
huh?
you feel like with her, it's kind of like a storyline that she's trying to give and get back on Real Housewives of
Yeah,
Atlanta?
because you know we not too long saw her on the show, honey. So she made an appearance and stuff like that. So you know you got to come up with something. You got to say, "Well, girl, I just had oral sex in the car. Let's talk
Wait a
about
minute.
it."
Wait a minute. Now listen, I know Tambra's on a reality show now. I don't want to hear that on Bell Collective. Don't let me see nothing like that on Bell Collective,
But,
sis.
you don't know
Oh,
what
no,
those
no, no.
bells do. What y'all bells be doing?
Oh,
Speaking of, honey, Tam
honey.
on Bell Collective.
I
I
want to
stay in my
see
own
it.
lane. Gary, you
Yeah.
know that. You watch every week.
Yeah.
So you
Yeah.
know one thing about Tambra Cherie, she stays in her own lane. You don't see me doing a lot of talking about the ladies like everyone else. Like that's just not my character. It's just not. And I hold my own.
And with
I
that
just,
being said, that means you don't have a storyline there because honey, they want your ass to talk about them and be messy and fighting.
and
stuff.
right, I
And-
have my own life. That's
But why
the
are they
truth.
coming
I don't
for
ma-
you? Why
I
do
don't
they
make
come for you?
anybody my storyline. Like I
But it
really
seems like they want to
don't.
make you their storyline. Why do
Yeah.
they come? Like Miss
Say it
Maria,
again,
I bet I see
Alfreda.
her in the street. I bet I see Maria in the streets. Okay, you better leave my girl alone.
Yeah,
Say
baby,
that
Marie
again.
act
Like,
up.
yeah, I don't make anybody my storyline at all. Like, no one. I can definitely hold my own for sure. Like, I have my
But
own.
what I
have
want to
real
know
life
is
stuff
why
going on.
do you think they're trying to make you their storyline? Like, why do they sometimes? For those of you who don't know Tamra Cherie and don't watch Bell Collective, Tamra is the sweetest person. You really are
Thank
sweet.
you.
You're a very kind person. So when people come for you, well, especially like in this instance, Marie, like, girl, what? Why? Why do you
I'm
think
still
it
trying
is?
to figure it out. Oh, I'm still trying to figure it out. But I stopped trying to figure it out. I tried to figure it out last year, but I stopped.
Yeah.
I just stopped. Because one thing about it, I cannot focus on that for sure.
Mhm,
Because it was nothing but a distraction. Like I
Yeah.
had to keep it. You know what? The devil loves to distract. I
Mhm.
I have things to
Mhm.
actually focus on that I need to be focused on in real life. Like
Right.
seriously, I
get it.
really do. So, but no, I'm still trying to figure it out. Like Gary, you've been watching. Can you tell me?
Yeah.
Have you figured it out yet?
Nope. But my thing is, the only thing I figured out, like I keep saying, these girls got to have a damn storyline. So we're going to be messing with your ass because you all quiet and don't say nothing to them and stuff like that. But that's how these damn reality shows are built, honey. They are built, honey, to tear each other down and shit. And because people don't know how to take it unserious, if that's a word. Because my thing is, if I was on that show with y'all, say, listen, Tam, bitch, at 12 o'clock, I'm going to curse your ass out. But at
That's
1,
how you
bitch,
do
we
it.
going shopping.
Yes, let's go to lunch.
Don't take
well,
it
we know
personal,
you would say,
but-
let's go shopping.
Yeah, but they take it personal. Some of the people take it personal and stuff like that. And they want to be a star. Then they want to read their own press. And they want to be like the rest
Well-
of these star readers and on the streets, honey.
And here's another big problem. Tamra has a job.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you have a radio
Oh, I have a
gig, you
job.
have
Not
a
only
career.
a job, I have a whole career.
You have a career.
Yeah.
So that's also different for people who don't and they're on a reality show and that is their career. Their career is making storylines so that they can continue. I mean, we can really take the Kardashians. I know they're big, but we know that their storyline carries the show. Oh my gosh, we have a guest backstage.
Oh, my God.
Look, speaking of
She
reality
just-
shows,
Speaking of reality, and she just wrote, oh my gosh, bring her on, Garrett, bring her on. Oh, Miss
Hey
Tamika
y'all,
Scott,
hey.
Hey,
welcome to the show,
Tamika.
gorgeous.
Hey.
Hello, how y'all doing?
Thank you so much for
Good.
joining
You look
us. You look
beautiful.
amazing.
Thank you for having me.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am, and your
Lord.
Fendi. Go ahead then.
Okay. Well, Tamika, honey, well, we glad you came on, honey, because you know what, dear honey, I love you, honey. And these are the girls, honey. If you don't know, up here to your left in the orange, that's Alfreda's, and to your left is Tambry.
I
Hi.
call her
Yes.
Tambre.
Hello.
So
You know
listen,
he's French for everything, honey.
yes, Lord.
Let me see
So
your pillow. Let me see your pillow behind you. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Oh,
all right, honey.
okay.
Oh,
That's
okay.
Xscape.
All right.
Yeah. So
Wait a
Someone
minute.
gifted that to us at one of our recent shows.
yeah.
Okay.
I
And if
love
we
it.
didn't
I was like, I don't know how I feel about having them half naked in my office, but I said, okay, I'll,
Well, if we didn't do an introduction, honey, I'm gonna go ahead and introduce you,
Yes,
honey. I'm
please
like,
do.
ladies and gentlemen, y'all, to honey, to dare I say it, honey, we have the lovely, the talented, the flawless, the beautiful Miss Tamika Scott from the group Escape, honey.
Yes.
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 So, Tamika,
Yes.
thanks for escaping to be with us
Welcome.
today, honey, because I know you have something to do, honey. You got an appointment later on, so we thank you for coming on. So, all right, so Tamika, I'm gonna let Georgia, honey, Miss Alfredo, honey, Alfredo, I'm gonna let you start off because they say ladies first, so I'm gonna sit back for this time, honey, and let
Okay.
ladies be
Well, look how
first, honey,
sweet. Look how
and
sweet.
do all that stuff.
Okay. So first off, I want to talk about you got a cookbook. Let's get to
yes.
it. Who knew you were a chef? Let me see.
Mm.
Cooking with
Ooh.
Tamika Scott, table set. Yes.
Okay. Like, is this something you've always wanted to do? What made you decide to do this?
See, I'm a country girl, so I grew up on a farm. My grandparents had their
Oh.
own farm, and I was able to get in the field and help pull the corn and pick my
What?
watermelon and my tomatoes and my strawberries, the collard greens, pick the
Oh,
figs off the fig tree, the pecans off the tree. So yeah, I'm a country girl. I'm a country girl and a city girl. So yeah, so I learned how to cook watching my grandmother. I used to always ask her. I watched her sit there and just knead the dough for her homemade biscuits, and it
Oh,
smelled so
yeah.
good. And back then, they had the stove, like you know how the stove sit, and you put the firewood in,
Oh,
yeah.
and you could put
wow.
it in, and you take it out
Mm.
for it. Yes. So when I'm talking about some good old country eating, baby, I learned from my grandmother. I learned from my mom, my aunties, like my relatives. We love to cook. I think cooking is like our love language.
Hmm.
Oh,
Yeah.
So if you had
wow.
to, what is the thing that people say is your best recipe? Like, what is the thing you make the best?
Let me tell you, I have different requests from different people. So now, everybody's like, oh, we want your pound cake, or we want
Oh,
your
I love me
your
some pound
macaroni
cake,
and
girl.
cheese, or we want
Oh,
your sweet and spicy salmon, or we want your fried
yes.
lobster tail. My
Oh.
daughter, every time she comes
Oh.
visit, she wants the shrimp fettuccine alfredo. My other daughter always wants spaghetti. My other daughter, she loves my cornbread dressing.
Wait,
It's
pause. Is
so
all
many
this in, is
different
all this
things.
in I need to know if all this is going to be in the cookbook.
Well, majority of it is,
Okay.
yes.
Okay. Okay. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I mean, I just love to cook. You name it, I love it. It's like I said, it's my love language, and it's like therapy for me. So whenever I'm
Yeah.
going through something, I'm like, okay, let me
Mm.
go in here and let me just try out this new recipe. Let me just try to create something different. So just being creative is definitely like therapy for myself.
So
Well, I
where can
wish
you
you.
get the cookbook?
You can get it on Amazon.com. Table set cooking with Tamika Scott is filled with delicious recipes. I have adult beverages. I have a chapter here that says foods that get you in the mood. So it tells you about that food that brings
Oh.
that libido up, girl. Get that blood flowing in the right place.
Oh.
Yes,
Oh.
yes.
Oh, let me find out.
Okay.
Well, that's in my hands, so I guess I need to see if it's good blood to flow in my hand.
Okay. All
Yes.
right.
So
Um,
Tamika, all right. So now, honey, so you're in the group Escape. So now we know Escape, honey. Y'all are legends, honey, and we love Escape,
Mhm.
honey.
Thank
Queens
you.
of R&B
Everybody
for
ran to
real.
somebody, honey. When y'all did the song, "Who Can I Run To," honey, and we all then ran to somebody. So tell me, so Tamika, being in the group Escape, honey. I mean, so you've been in it since the inception of it, since the beginning, right? You in the
Yes.
group?
Before we were named Escape, I've been there. Before we even started the group, we were all friends.
Yeah. So tell me, so what is it like, honey, being in a girl group, honey? And I mean, do y'all have y'all ups and downs? Do y'all do y'all things or whatever? I mean, y'all have y'all costume changes? Y'all have all y'all glitz and glamour? Is it fun, honey, being in a group? First of all, honey, tell me
Let
about
me
that.
tell you, you have four different people with four different personalities, and everybody want to be heard. So we've learned how to just say, okay, this person is good at this. This person is good at this. This person is good at that. Like Tiny. Tiny is the wardrobe queen. She know all the latest fashion, but the only problem with her is she don't want to wear the same outfit twice. So we will spend like for one show, we're spending $20,000 of
Wow.
money for an outfit we wear one time, and I'm like, girl, we need to wear that the next city. Well, we were on the internet. I'm like, girl, everybody didn't see that on the internet.
Exactly.
So we're constantly, yes, when it comes to wardrobe, Tiny is over it. Sometimes I just have to grit my teeth because I'm like, I already know how this budget gonna look when we finish with these clothes.
Yes.
But when I tell you, we be looking good. So she
You
knows
look
Yes, y'all
amazing.
do.
Yes, you do.
Yes, yes. And Candy and my sister, they always did back in the day, like the music, where the set list, you know, what song goes here and what song goes there. And then as far as like dancing and all that, they were a part of that. But I was always over the finances. I wanted to know where the money was going, how much we're paying, who's getting what, when we're getting paid. So it put me, even now, I'm over the budget. The girls will call me like, what's going on? I'm like, well, Tiny wanted to buy new outfits. Yeah. Y'all didn't think about
It's
that.
always
When she was like,
Tiny
we
in the
need
new
shoes.
outfits.
Yes.
So
Okay,
is that
so-
fun? Oh, I'm sorry, I feel. Is
No, go
that
ahead.
fun? Do you enjoy it? I mean, because you've been doing it most of your life. Because I know you grew up in the church singing or whatever. So I mean, is that fun? Is it fun just touring the world, just meeting different people? Because from what you're saying right now, people got to realize because everybody wake up and say, "Oh, I'm going to be a singer," but it's not that simple.
It's not. It's so many different. I mean, it's sacrifices that you make. Like I miss birthdays, I miss graduations, I miss holidays. But you know, it's something that we pray for, and to be able to go out here and do this. This is our 30th year in the industry.
30.
Wow.
30 years, and it's definitely a blessing to be able to do something that you love to do. It's not work for us. And then even like like I started a YouTube channel, The Real Tamika Scott, and I be having my phone when we be in the backstage in the dressing room, and I just be filming, and so you get a chance to really see how we interact with each other. Like right now, it's just fun. We having so much fun. Let me tell you, we be there like it's time for y'all to go on stage. We be sitting giggling like we still in high school. But it's so much fun now. But in the beginning, you know, we had our ups and downs. You know, we
Yeah.
all started in this industry when we were like 15, 16. So, you know, you're trying to navigate becoming young women into ladies. So you're trying to figure out who you are and trying to figure out where you fit in the group. And sometimes it was hard for us to play our roles. You know, everybody have a role to play. And I think right now we figured out what that role is. And now the chemistry is so perfect.
So you've been in the business for 30 years. And as you said, you started out so young. What would you do differently? What would you do differently that if you knew everything that you know now in the beginning, what would you do different?
I would have educated myself a little bit more, and I would have asked more questions. And then even when we asked questions, sometimes they were like, just be an artist. Let us deal with this. And I would have been like, no, I don't want to just be an artist. The same way you learn and teach us. But you know, we went a lot. We had a lot of trial and error because we were just the artists, and we let people handle the business. So when it was time to really know what was going on, we didn't have a clue. So I would definitely learn the business more, and I would definitely ask more questions. And I would have never got married. I got married so early.
Really?
Wow.
Yes, I got pregnant. I got pregnant when I was 19.
Okay.
So, you know, I'm from the church. You can't, you know, it's frowned upon if you have a baby out of wedlock. You
That's
know,
right.
19, come on. You don't even know who you are at 19.
Yeah.
I was
that's
not in
true.
love. You know, I loved, but wasn't in love, didn't know what it was. And it was like the person I married didn't understand who I was as an artist. He was always jealous. I always looked like a whore in my clothes. Like it was always negative. He
Ooh,
really
oh
didn't
no.
support me in any way. Like I was like, come out to the show. He was like, oh, I'm not coming out to the show. So it wasn't like I had that support. I mean, his family supported me, but him as a whole, it was like, I don't know, he just wouldn't accept it. He accepted the person that he thought was gonna go to college. I got it before we got signed. I got accepted into Savannah State for criminal justice. I always wanted to be a police
What?
officer.
Really?
Wow.
Yes.
So he could not handle your stardom, in other words.
He couldn't handle it.
He wanted you kind of be, what do you call regular? Like, so, like, you know, and you
Yes.
outshined him. So he didn't like that.
He couldn't understand it. And you know, I'm glad I did choose the path that I chose. And I'm so glad I got my beautiful daughters,
Yes.
Ocean and Naya, that came out of that marriage. That was the best thing that came out of that marriage. But as far as, I would have definitely waited to get married as well.
So we often ask, we've asked each other this before, and since you're on it, is there one that got away from Tamika? Was there ever somebody, that one that got away that you'd be
No,
like
girl.
on Facebook, like, let me see what he doing these days?
No, ma'am. I am married to my soulmate now.
Awesome.
And you know what? After my
Me
first
too, me
husband-
too.
Oh,
I'm
after
just
my
kidding.
Awesome.
after my first husband, I was like, I am never ever getting married ever again in life because it wasn't a good experience. I was like, no, I'm just gonna be single. I'm just gonna do me.
Mhm.
And I met my husband now. We were best friends. It's so crazy because I met him when I was going through a divorce. And when I tell you we were best friends, we never looked at each other like, oh, this is gonna be my girl, this is gonna be my guy. Like he had a girlfriend. I was dating. Like I would call him and get advice, like, hey, I got this guy. My girlfriend's like, oh girl, he got green eyes. You need to be with him because his eyes were green. That's how shallow we were back in our 20s. So he was like, just be careful. Just make sure you don't do nothing on the first date because a guy don't respect a girl on the first date. I was like, I'm not doing it on the first date. Like he was like that person that would give me the jewels. And we were just best friends. And like months into our friendship, it was like, I think I love him. It was almost like wait a minute, I didn't hear from him today. I'm feeling some kind of way. But he helped me get through my divorce and he helped me through dating. And he met a couple of guys. Now he's not the one. And then we just fell in love and been together for like 19 years now.
So it seems like you met him because you weren't looking. And I feel like
I
that's
wasn't.
advice for everybody. When you're not looking, that's when you find,
I wasn't looking. And then we were two different, his girlfriends, like he's like 6'5". His girlfriends were like 5'11", and they were tall. I'm 5'2". So it's like
they love us, girl. Look, you're my height.
I'm so short. And then when I met him, I was like he's buffed. I wasn't into buff guys. I was like, well, he got muscles. No. So it was like it wasn't a physical attraction. It was more like, oh my gosh, he got a good heart, or she has a good heart, or she's like that's my homegirl. And then we just was like, hey.
And then y'all got together one day and got naked.
Oh,
yes.
That's the way to.
Hold
and
on,
that's the love
Make that
story,
story
right?
short.
Wait. Yes, can I help you? I was just about to go into this one came in. Say hi.
You better be quiet, Gary. You better be quiet.
Come on,
you better
girl.
be quiet.
Say hi. This is Princess Armani.
Hi,
Princess
beautiful.
Armani.
Oh, I love your braids.
Thank you. Okay, bye. Let me finish her.
She's
I
like,
love
yes,
that
you can
when
go
she's
to her
in
house.
monologue. She's
Yes,
like,
you can
can I
go.
help you?
I was just about to go in, y'all. until
Look,
I saw
now
that
go back
red.
and go in,
Now go
Tamika.
in.
Look,
is the door closed? Is she gone?
wait till she leaves.
Okay, go tell. Okay, tell
I
Beta.
wanna
to
hear
Y'all,
what
this
she
is
has
so
to
cute. Y'all have
say.
to be watching this on YouTube. She's talking to her daughter. She came
know.
in
Go
interrupted.
tell
She's so
Bay to
cute.
take you. Bay will take you. Okay.
It's about to get crazy
I
too.
love
I'm
that
so
thing.
glad we stopped.
Mom first.
Yes.
Goodbye.
Out of everything.
No, you don't need to say goodbye.
Oh,
Oh, she said no.
Bye, Princess Armani.
Girl, where is your
We have
daddy?
to hear
Go
what was
find
Tamika
your
about to go
daddy.
in about.
Yeah.
What was that?
You go find your big old tall daddy.
I
Big old tall.
My big
And
old
then you
tall
all of a
self.
sudden say, that's
She's
big old
taller
tall.
than me. I'm like, I took her to orientation. That's why I was a little late because I just came from orientation at her school. And I was looking at all those kids. I'm like, girl, you look like one of the teachers.
Wow.
Oh my goodness, and she's so tall.
Oh, yeah, because your dad is
Wow.
6'5".
She gone now.
Okay, you was
Okay,
about
now.
to tell us something about your relationship. You was about to go in. Someone, wait a minute. I need to make sure I tell you guys this.
Yeah.
What was that you were about to say,
Yeah.
Tamika?
So it's crazy because we were friends and I had went to visit him because he lived in New York. I went to visit him. And he was like, okay, you can sleep in the guest room. He had 2 bedrooms. He said, sleep in the guest room. And I was like, okay.
Wink, wink.
So I went and I took my shower and then I came out with my robe and I had on like some thongs. So when I came out, he was sitting on the couch and I was like, ta-da! And he was looking at me like, what you doing? He was like, he looked at me like he was disappointed. And then at that moment, I was like, okay, I think I just messed up a friendship. I felt really terrible because I told him his face was saying, but This was saying,
Hey,
and of course
nah.
he didn't say anything. I just did, but I did me, and he was like, okay, this could be fun.
Oh,
Well, there it
he's in
is.
the office.
She
He's
sealed
off
the deal.
look, she was so quiet. She got okay.
Yeah, just give him a
Daughter's
second. Go,
back, y'all. Her baby back. Her
go
baby back. So
upstairs.
be quiet for a
And
second.
don't interrupt me, or you're not going.
That's right.
That's
Go upstairs. I'm not gonna tell you no more. This is my second time saying it.
warning.
Okay.
That's the second warning.
Mommy first.
Mommy let her know.
I love it. I love it.
Speaking
I love
of off, that's about. I want to get back on the subject, but how hard is it for you? Like you're just seamlessly like, okay, excuse me, hey baby, I already told you. Like you seamlessly go from businesswoman, we're interviewing you to mommy. How hard is that for you? Like in your, well, it seems very easy, but how hard is that for you in your daily life?
It's easy. It's easy because I'm so hands-on. Even when I'm on the road, I'm FaceTiming my baby, or I'm real hands-on with her teachers. Like when we went to the school today, she had to go see all 5 of her teachers, and they were like, "Oh my gosh, hi, Armani, hi, Princess, hi!" Like I'm always hands-on. And then one of her teachers was like, "I know who you are." I was like, "Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, no!"
Of course,
Like
well,
I told her, "You better not embarrass me. You better not embarrass me." So
that's
I'm
right.
really, really hands on. So when I'm taking care of business, she knows she's not supposed to interrupt. And I don't know what's going on today, but
Aw.
But
This ain't
Alfreda,
business. We just chilling.
She could never hang with us, especially me and you, because we curse too much. Tamika doesn't
Girl.
curse.
You don't
no,
cuss?
if you hear me curse, I'm about to fight or somebody about to get knocked out.
Really?
Okay, has this been your whole life? You just never cursed?
No.
I know you grew up in the church.
No.
Oh, back in the day, but not now.
When I was out with the group, the early Tamika had a mouth like a sailor.
Okay.
And I remember my husband used to say, "That is so unattractive. You curse so much. Don't nobody want a woman that curse, that smoke or drink." So I never drunk, I never smoked back then, and my cuss words started coming down to the point I stopped saying them till I started spelling them. So then I stopped spelling them like. But if I'm ready to fight, one might slip out. When it slips out, everybody, even from my group to my husband, everybody's like, "Okay, all right, yeah, we listening. What's going on?"
I can respect that. That's
I
fantastic.
try to keep it. I try to, what they say, woosah. I try to
Yes.
keep it.
And I love that husband. Did y'all catch that? Her husband.
I did
that.
catch that. I did catch that.
Yes.
Speaking of woosah, I have to ask you this question because I'm actually on a reality show right now. Comes on every Friday. And you did a reality show. So, of course, I have to ask the question, there was drama on your reality show. Would you do a reality show again?
I would do the right show. I would do